Have you ever sat quietly in your home, maybe by the window, and felt a certain silence? Not the peaceful kind, but the kind that makes you wonder, am I truly happy? As we grow older, many of us begin to realize something. Our children have their own lives, our families grow distant, and the people we once counted on are no longer as close. It can feel like the world has slowly moved on without us. But here is the truth. Your happiness, your health, and your peace of mind do not have to depend on anyone else, not even your family. In this video, we're going to talk about something that might change the way you see your later years. This is not about blaming or feeling sorry. This is about taking back control, gently and powerfully. Because the truth is, even without daily phone calls, family visits, or anyone checking in, you still have everything it takes to live a meaningful, joyful, and peaceful life. Let me show you how. 1. Build a supportive social circle. Outside the family, one of the greatest myths about aging is the belief that as we grow older, our world must shrink, that we are meant to retreat into a quiet life with fewer people, fewer conversations, and less connection. But that could not be further from the truth. In fact, human connection is not just a luxury, it is a biological and emotional necessity, especially as we age. For many older adults in America, family members are not always nearby. Children grow up, move away, and build their own lives. Grandchildren are busy with school and friends. It is not that they do not care. Life simply moves at a faster pace than our hearts sometimes can keep up with. That is why building a meaningful social circle outside of family is not only wise, it is essential. So, how can you build these connections? Start by looking right outside your door. Who are the people in your neighborhood? Are there community centers, churches, or senior clubs near you? These places are not just about bingo nights and potlucks. They are places where laughter lives, where stories are shared, where your voice matters. Consider joining a group based on your interests. If you love books, look for a reading circle. If you enjoy gardening, join a local garden club. If you have always wanted to try painting, go to a community art class. These activities do more than fill your schedule. They fill your heart. They give you something to look forward to. They bring you into spaces where people see you, not just as someone older, but as someone interesting, experienced, and full of life. Do not be afraid to start small. A simple smile at the grocery store, a wave to your neighbor, or saying hello at the library can be the beginning of a new friendship. Remember, it is not about how many friends you have. It is about the quality of connection you create. You might also explore volunteering. Giving your time to others can be one of the most powerful ways to feel connected. Whether it is reading to children, helping at an animal shelter, or offering support to someone who is going through a hard time, your experience, your patience, and your heart can be a light for someone else. And in return, you will feel that light shining right back at you. Your family may not always be there physically, but that does not mean you are alone. The world is full of people who are also looking for connection, friendship, and meaning. You are not invisible. You are incredibly valuable. And when you open your life to new people, new conversations, and new moments of connection, you open the door to a new kind of happiness, one that is created by choice, not by chance. 2. Create a daily wellness routine that nourishes mind and body. As we age, one of the most powerful ways to maintain our happiness, health, and peace is by creating structure in our lives, a daily rhythm that gives our body what it needs and our soul what it craves. And no, this is not about strict diets or intense exercise routines. It is about creating gentle, sustainable habits that make each day feel balanced and meaningful. Let us begin with the mornings. How you start your day can shape your mood, your energy, and even your sense of purpose. Instead of waking up to the news or your worries, try starting with something intentional. A few minutes of slow breathing, a simple gratitude practice, saying 3 things out loud that you are thankful for. You might even place a note by your bedside that reminds you, today is a new gift. Nutrition plays a big role in your well-being. You do not need fancy diets or expensive supplements. What matters most is consistency and balance. Make sure you drink enough water. Eat more colorful vegetables. Choose whole foods when you can. And most importantly, make meals enjoyable. Sit at the table. Use a nice plate. Eat slowly. Food is not just fuel. It is an experience, a celebration of life. Now let us talk about movement. Staying active does not mean pushing your body beyond its limits. It means honoring it. Maybe that is a morning walk, a gentle stretching session, or chair yoga. Movement improves circulation, helps with sleep, reduces stress, and keeps your joints and muscles working. But even more, it helps you feel alive. Mental wellness is just as crucial. Read something that inspires you. Do a crossword puzzle. Listen to calming music or an uplifting podcast. Challenge your brain gently each day. Because a curious mind is a young mind. Your wellness routine is not meant to be perfect. It is meant to be yours. Maybe your ideal day includes tea in the garden, writing in a journal, or watching the sunset with a favorite song. Whatever nourishes your heart and body, make time for it. And finally, be kind to yourself. Some days will be slower. Some will feel heavy. That is okay. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself with love, patience, and care. Because your wellness is not a destination, it is a daily gift you give yourself. 3. Find purpose through passion or hobbies. There is a quiet truth that many people discover in their later years. Purpose is what keeps the soul young. It is not about being busy. It is not about earning money or impressing others. It is about waking up in the morning with something that excites you, something that makes you feel that your life still has deep meaning. For many seniors, losing a job, retiring, or having grown children can create a void. Suddenly, there is space, but not always the kind of space that feels comforting. It can feel empty. And that is where passion comes in. Ask yourself, what is something you have always loved, but maybe never had time for? Was it painting, writing, gardening, building birdhouses, playing music, cooking new recipes? These passions are not just hobbies. They are doorways into joy, creativity, and healing. And what about sharing those passions? You have a lifetime of wisdom. Can you teach someone what you know? Mentor a young person. Record your stories or write your memories. You are a walking library of experience. Your purpose may be to pass it on. Having purpose also improves mental health. It gives your days direction. It strengthens your identity beyond your role as a parent, spouse, or grandparent. It reminds you that you are still evolving, still learning, still living. And remember, purpose does not have to be grand. It can be as simple as growing a flower and watching it bloom. As heartfelt as writing letters to old friends, as beautiful as reading to a child at the library, when you pour yourself into something you love, even for just an hour a day, you give your life new color. You create moments that matter. And that sense of meaning? That is the root of lasting peace. Because here is the truth. You are not done. You're still becoming. And the world still needs the light that only you can shine. 4. Build financial independence and security. One of the most common worries that many older adults in America carry quietly, often in the background of their minds, is the fear of becoming a financial burden on their children or others. It is a deeply human concern. No one wants to feel like they are dependent, or that their needs might cause stress for the people they love. And the truth is, this fear can quietly chip away at peace of mind even when everything else seems fine. But here is something empowering. It is never too late to take small, steady steps toward financial independence, not just for the money itself, but for the deep sense of freedom and dignity it brings. First, it is important to understand that financial independence does not mean being wealthy. It means being able to make choices without pressure and living with confidence that your basic needs are met, that you are not relying on anyone else to keep your lights on, put food on your table, or pay for your medications. Start by getting a clear, honest picture of your finances. It may feel intimidating at first, but knowledge is power. Write down your monthly income, whether from Social Security, a pension, retirement savings, or part-time work. Then list all your expenses. Look at what is truly necessary and what might be reduced or adjusted. Many senior centers and nonprofit organizations, such as AARP or local churches, offer free financial counseling for older adults. They can help you make a budget, find ways to cut costs, and even apply for government benefits you may not realize you qualify for. These services exist for you, and there is no shame in using them. In fact, using your resources wisely is one of the most responsible and self-loving things you can do. You may also want to simplify your lifestyle. Downsizing to a smaller space, selling items you no longer need, or moving to a community with lower living costs can lift a huge weight off your shoulders. It is not about giving things up. It is about gaining peace of mind. Do not overlook ways to earn a little extra either. Many seniors find part-time or flexible jobs that bring in some income and provide a sense of purpose, whether it is tutoring, consulting, pet sitting, or selling handmade crafts online. Your time and skills still have value. Another key step is to plan ahead for medical needs. Healthcare costs are one of the biggest concerns in retirement, but there are options. Make sure you are enrolled in the best Medicare plan for your needs. Look into prescription assistance programs and consider speaking with a social worker or benefits advisor who can help you understand what support is available. And perhaps, most importantly, talk to someone you trust about your wishes, whether that is a lawyer, a financial advisor, or a close friend. Creating simple documents like a living will, a power of attorney, or even writing down your end-of-life preferences can give you a great sense of control and relief. Remember, financial independence is not just about numbers. It is about being able to sleep peacefully at night, knowing that you are managing your life with wisdom, with strength, and with care. You have made it through so many seasons in life. This season, too, can be one of empowerment. You deserve to live without fear. You deserve to feel free. And every step you take toward financial clarity is a step toward inner peace. 5. Stay emotionally resilient and mentally active. There is something many people do not talk about openly: the quiet emotional weight that can come with aging. As our routines slow down, as loved ones move on or pass away, and as our roles in life begin to shift, it is easy to feel a growing sense of sadness or even emptiness, and that is completely human. Emotional ups and downs are part of this season, but they do not have to define it. What truly matters now is building emotional resilience, the inner strength to face life's changes with grace, courage, and calm. It is not about pretending to be happy all the time. It is about learning how to gently care for your emotional well-being, just as you would care for a garden, with patience, with love, with daily attention. So how do we do that? First, give yourself permission to feel. If you are grieving, allow the tears. If you are lonely, say it out loud, even if it is just to yourself. There is no shame in sadness. In fact, acknowledging it is the first step to healing. The strongest people are not those who never feel pain. They are the ones who face it and still find their way forward. One powerful practice is keeping a simple journal. You do not have to be a writer. Just write a few sentences each day about how you feel. What made you smile? What felt heavy? What are you grateful for? Over time, this becomes a conversation with yourself. a reminder that you are still growing, still noticing, still connected to life. It also helps to talk. Find someone you can speak to regularly, a friend, a counselor, a support group, even a spiritual guide. Many communities now offer free or low-cost mental health services for older adults. And there is no weakness in asking for help. In fact, it is one of the bravest things you can do. Your mental well-being matters just as much as your physical health. Another key to emotional resilience is keeping your mind active. Think of your brain as a beautiful, living instrument, one that plays better when it is tuned regularly. You do not need to go back to school, but you can keep learning. Try reading a new book each month, solve a crossword puzzle every morning, watch a documentary, take an online class. Many are free for seniors. Even trying something small, like learning 5 new words or recalling your favorite childhood memory, gives your brain a chance to stretch and shine. Social connection is also a huge part of emotional health. Reach out, call a friend, write a letter, join a group, even a virtual one. The feeling of being seen and heard is a medicine no pill can replace. And when the days feel long or the world feels quiet, create small rituals of comfort. Light a candle. Listen to music from your youth. Make a cup of tea and sit near a window. These gentle acts are reminders that you are still here, still choosing peace, still writing your story. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself with the same compassion you would offer a friend. You have survived so much. You have grown through joy and through sorrow. You have nothing to prove. Now is the time to nourish your spirit, not push it. Remember, resilience does not mean you never fall. It means you always rise, slowly, tenderly, and with wisdom. And every moment you choose to care for your emotional and mental health, you are choosing life, full, beautiful life, once again. 6. Embrace technology to stay connected and engaged. For many seniors, technology can feel like a foreign language, fast-moving, complicated, and sometimes frustrating. You may have even said to yourself, "This is for the younger generation." And yet, in today's world, embracing technology is not about keeping up with the trends. It is about staying connected to the people, the knowledge, and the experiences that bring you joy and peace. Technology, when approached with patience and curiosity, can become a lifeline, a bridge between you and the world beyond your front door. Let's begin with something simple. Connection. Many older adults live alone or far from their families. But through technology, distance no longer has to mean disconnection. With just a few taps, you can make a video call and see the smile of a grandchild, hear the voice of an old friend, or even join a virtual book club with people across the country. You do not have to be an expert. You only need to learn the basics, how to use a smartphone or tablet to send a message, make a video call, or join an online group. And the good news, there are countless programs, classes, and patient teachers ready to help. Many libraries and senior centers offer free classes for beginners. There is no pressure, no rush. Just you, learning at your own pace. And when you do learn, even a little, it opens a world of possibility. You can explore YouTube videos that teach everything from cooking tips to painting lessons. You can listen to guided meditations that help you sleep. You can take free online classes from top universities on subjects that have always interested you, but were out of reach. You can even use apps to play games that stimulate your memory and thinking skills. More importantly, technology gives you a voice. You can share your story, start a blog, record your memories, create a digital photo album. These are not just tech tricks. They are tools for legacy, for self-expression, for meaning. And let us not forget health. Technology now allows you to schedule medical appointments, order prescriptions, track your blood pressure, or monitor your physical activity. All from home. You can set reminders to take your medications, or even connect with a doctor through a video call if you are not able to travel. This kind of independence is powerful. It gives you control and confidence in managing your well-being. But here is the most beautiful part. Embracing technology can also open new doors to joy. You can listen to your favorite music from the past, discover new films, follow spiritual talks, or even attend live-streamed church services. You can stay engaged with the world even if your body asks for a slower pace. The key is not perfection, it is presence. Start small. Ask someone you trust to show you how to do one thing at a time. Write it down. Practice it. And be patient with yourself. The same way you would be with a child learning to ride a bike. There is no age limit on curiosity, no expiration date on growth, and when you take that small step toward understanding technology, you are not just learning how to use a device. You are learning how to stay close to what matters most: people, purpose, and possibility. So yes, the world may feel different now, but it is still your world, and through technology, it can feel a little closer, a little warmer, and a lot more full of life. 7. Develop a deep spiritual or reflective practice. As we move through the later chapters of life, there comes a quiet shift. Our bodies may slow down. The noise of the outside world becomes less urgent, and something inside us begins to whisper, not loudly, but with steady wisdom, what truly matters now? That question is not always easy to answer, but it is within that question that we begin to find something extraordinary: spiritual peace. Whether you are religious, spiritual, or simply reflective by nature, this stage of life offers a unique and beautiful opportunity to go inward, to reconnect with your beliefs, your values, your memories, and your soul. This is not about following rules or belonging to a particular faith, unless that brings you comfort. This is about stillness, about learning to listen, not to the world, but to your own heart. Start by making space for quiet. That could mean 5 minutes each morning to sit with a cup of tea and breathe deeply. It could mean saying a prayer, reading a favorite passage from Scripture, or reflecting on a piece of poetry that has always touched you. These small moments, when repeated daily, become spiritual anchors. They steady you. They remind you that even as everything changes, there is something within you that remains calm and whole. Many people find deep peace in returning to practices they had long forgotten: singing an old hymn, lighting a candle in memory of a loved one, journaling about what they have learned through the decades. These are not just rituals. They are ways of saying, my life has meaning. My presence matters. If you are a person of faith, now may be the time to rejoin a spiritual community. Attend a service, join a Bible study. Call your pastor or rabbi or spiritual mentor. Faith is not just about belief, it is about belonging. And even in the digital age, many churches and spiritual centers offer online gatherings where you can feel included and embraced. But spirituality can also be deeply personal. It might mean forgiving someone or yourself. It might mean letting go of regrets. It might mean finding beauty in the ordinary. The sound of rain, the laughter of a child in the distance, the warmth of sunlight through a curtain. Reflection is part of this too. Take time to look back, not with sadness, but with gratitude. Write about the people who shaped you, the mistakes that taught you, the joys that filled your heart. This is your legacy, not just what you leave behind for others, but what you carry within your soul. And if you ever feel lost, remember, peace does not come from having all the answers. It comes from trusting that you are part of something greater, that your life, your exact story with all its twists and turns, has purpose. In the quiet, you may begin to hear the voice of your own spirit. It is not loud, it does not shout, but it knows the way forward. So breathe, be still, And know, deeply, truly know, that even without family close by, even in moments of solitude, you are never truly alone. You are held. You are seen. You are deeply, eternally loved.